is there any purpose, or this person in coma has no purpose at all? It is just living and passing by a wave.
All kinds of purposes we nurture. Think of all your purposes. Purpose, goal, targets. You will find the top purpose is missing. You know, I'm studying so that one day I'll own a Ferrari. And how would you ride it? On a stretcher? How exactly? And all that is happening, and that is what we call the story of our life. It's an entire stream of ignorance, but you notice only those places or points or dots or drops where you start feeling uncomfortable, where you receive a hit.
Then why do we dread this philosophy of karma so much?
Karma is such a popular word and nobody would say, I don't know what it means. What is karma? Please tell me. No, it is not that.
It essentially means actions, whatever actions you take.
The actions without any dependence, niskam karma, which we say.
Bhagavad Gita says, karma is... That's karma. But would the unconscious man know that?
Namaste Acharya Ji. My name is Lata. I am a PhD student here in biomedical engineering. So drawing from that dumbness of things that we do. So what happens generally is the friends I have, the people I've met throughout, there's a lack of why in why they're doing the PhD. I've met them, I asked them why. And they're like, there's bachelor's, there's master's, then there's PhD. What else is there? Okay, for engineers, there's a different agenda. They have BTech, didn't get a job, did MTech, didn't get a job, did a PhD. So happens that way. So what happens in the end of a PhD? Like PhD shouldn't be a degree, right? It is to seek something, you're seeking something deeper in that field. You're not just here for that. How do we find that why? Why are we doing this? Why are we here?
You're carrying this book, right? Just open the second chapter. Just open the second chapter.
Why do people so often?
Right. Notice the color of the paper. Notice the font. Notice the theme of the book. Now move to any subsequent page. Notice the color of the paper. Notice the color of the ink. Notice the theme, the central idea of what's being said. Move to any other paper. Now move to the end. Has anything changed? Has anything changed? So it's not about MTech or PhDs. That's how we have been since kindergarten. And how can it suddenly change when you enter BTech or MTech or doctorate? That's the entire story. One chapter cannot be an exception. One page cannot stand out. You cannot suddenly have red ink in middle of black, an ocean of black. Possible? It's an ocean of black. Can you have a red dot in middle? Impossible. It will be dissolved, it will be taken in, co-opted, killed.
But it might stand out also if it is there.
It doesn't. It's a big if. There is no such dot. Please understand. It's an entire stream of ignorance. But you notice only those places or points or dots or drops where you start feeling uncomfortable, where you receive a hit. This same flow, this same theme, when it serves your little interests, then you don't raise any questions. Are you getting it? Okay, I'll make it more objective. Did you choose your subjects when you were in class 10th? No, you'll say we actually had no choice. Fine. So why should the picture change when you enter PhD? It's the same theme. Chapter 2, chapter 8, chapter 11, then death. We'll die the same way. Even the last page carries the same ink and the same theme and the same page. We'll die the same way. Do we really choose our thoughts? I'm asking you. Please tell me.
Isn't it just the prejudice and memories which
Do you
is
choose your
inflicted?
feelings? Then how do you choose your careers or your partners? Because if thoughts and feelings come randomly, then the things that we hold so close to our chest, they also just come randomly. And if they are random, why do you invest so much on them? That's the story of our life. When we choose nothing since the beginning, we'll be choosing nothing even in the middle. PhD is the middle. The fellow is not making a choice. It's an unconscious flow. Like a leaf flowing in a stream, being carried away, being just carried away. Something is just carrying us through life. We don't determine our goals. We are nobody. There exists nothing within really. We are just processes. Just processes. And that's a pity, because we can be more than a process. Because we can be really conscious. Because choice is available. But in the name of choice, we just glorify our unconscious behavior and say, I chose this. You didn't choose this, sir. It happened to you. But that would appear like insulting, a bit shameful. It's happening to me. Everything is happening to me. This happened to me. That happened to me. The body happened to me. My gender happened to me. My religion happened to me. My kids happened to me. Everything just happened to me. I never actually really consciously chose. That would appear quite insulting. So we say, no, I have now chosen to take up that job. I have chosen that car model. I have chosen to settle in the US. No, not at all. It's not your choice. You're just flowing. You're drifting. You're drifting. You're like a man in coma, being wheeled away on a stretcher. Is the man driving through the hospital? But that's what he claims to do. He is comatose. There is no consciousness. The force causing the movement is not internal. There is no inner locus of control at all. That's how we are. But that shows up, let's say, at one particular point, and then we wonder, we actually worry about it. I hope it goes deeper. Instead of just worrying, we try to understand it. We observe it, we approach it, we look at it, not just this moment, but how all moments have been and how all moments are likely to be, not just with us, but with everybody, not just around us, but even in history. That's the way it has been. Right?
But then are we accountable for any of our actions?
Accountable only to yourself. You are the measure of your actions. You.
So does even what we say unconditional love, does it even exist?
Who is the lover?
No, anyone. Let's
Who's the
say
lover?
I have a love for
The
science,
fellow-
I have a love for a person. Does it even
The
exist?
fellow is being wheeled away on a stretcher and he is in coma since birth. This one would be the lover? Like seriously? But in his dream, he is uttering some nonsense. I love you, that one is my kid, this is what is happening. And the biological processes are all going on because biological processes do not require consciousness. So the fellow is growing here, the fellow is growing in height and in weight, the fellow has attained puberty, the fellow can even reproduce in coma. That is possible. Only cells have to be taken and the reproduction will happen. And all that is happening, and that is what we call the story of our life. So what do you mean by unconditional love? The question is, who is the lover? The lover is in coma. The lover does not know himself, and I love you begins with I. The lover does not know what this I is. Where is the question of love? One doesn't even come to love before I. Forget about coming to you. You is a distant third. I love you requires I in the first place. Where is that?
Is there any purpose, or this person in coma has no purpose at all? It is just living and passing by a wave.
Only the person in coma can have a purpose. You see, the purpose will be to come out of the coma. What else? What else? Please tell me. If you are so horribly sick, can you have another purpose? Must you have another purpose? But instead of having that one all-important purpose, we have all kinds of purposes. I need to go to the grocer and get something, get a new mug. I have to arrange for a date at that particular place. All kinds of purposes we nurture, except for that one purpose which will make all other purposes viable. That one purpose is, first of all, come to your senses and stand up on your feet. That we don't do. We remain comatose, and yet we keep dreaming of multiple purposes. You know, I'm studying so that one day I'll own a Ferrari. And how would you ride it? On a stretcher? How exactly? How exactly? Think of all your purposes. You'll find the top purpose is missing. And if the top purpose is missing, of what value are all these secondary purposes? Purpose, goal, targets. All this hustle, I have to get there, do this, all this is purpose, right? And yeah.
Then why do we dread this philosophy of karma so much?
Because the unconscious one can only have an idea of philosophy, a projection of philosophy, an image of philosophy, not philosophy itself. So karma, for example, would be something totally unknown to the unconscious one, but he'll have some image of what karma is, like the mass of the population. Go to anybody, karma is such a popular word, and nobody would say, I don't know what it means. Everybody has some vague idea, some hazy image, right? But do they know what karma is? When you are unconscious, you cannot know anything, let alone karma. What is karma? Please tell me. What is karma?
It's actions.
No, it is not that.
It essentially means actions, whatever actions you take.
The actions without any dependence, niskam karma, which we say.
If it comes from the Bhagavad Gita, all it means is karma does not matter. That's what the Bhagavad Gita says. You are needlessly obsessed with action. You should be attending to the actor. And when the actor is in the right place, then you don't have to worry about action. The right action will follow by itself. You won't have to plan it. You won't have to worry about it. It will be spontaneous. That's karma. But would the unconscious man know that? He would say karma is, if you do bad things right now, then in your next birth, somebody will come and hit you with an iron rod.
So, is that sleeping man in coma, is the way to get out of coma only the philosophy, or can we calculate it and get it through science?
I'm glad you raised this. Wonderful. Glad. See, the saving grace is you can never be fully unconscious. Never be fully unconscious. And that's why doctors dread it when you are deeply unconscious. Even when they anesthetize you for surgery or something, the unconsciousness is only to a level. And if you exceed that level, doctors get jittery, because that may now mean that you will never return. You can never be fully unconscious, and that's why sedatives and dopamine spikes don't help. You will suffer. You want to be unconscious so that you can avoid the experience of suffering. Right? You want to sleep. Does that not happen when you are very tense? You want to fall asleep so that that deep, dirty, ugly experience can be avoided or at least postponed. But in existence, being fully unconscious is not possible. Some part of you will remain conscious even if you lie 1,000 times to it. You may keep telling it, no, there is no reason to experience any suffering. All is hunky-dory. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. It still won't go to sleep because its nature is awakening. It will remain awake. And because it will remain awake, you will suffer. You'll suffer. Just as a man who retains some sense through a surgery, he will suffer, right? If during a surgery, when you are being cut open, if you still have some sensitivity left, physical sensitivity, you experience suffering, don't you? Yes. That's our inevitable condition. We try to become as insensitive to ourselves as possible, but we can't succeed. That's the law. So the one in coma, at some deep level, will know that he is in a bad state. Because being in coma is not his nature. Nature is awakening. And when you go against your nature, you will suffer. That is the very definition of suffering, going against your nature. Nature is awakening, and yet you have preferred coma. And that is suffering. And when you suffer, then out of self-love, you must figure out what this thing called suffering is, what its entire structure is. And by knowing that, you manage to gradually awaken. That's the way out. When you suffer or when you are unconscious, then you still have the power to know why you are unconscious. Right? And by knowing more and more and more, right, you put away the unconsciousness. Because knowing itself is consciousness. When you know more and more, you find you are rising out from the coma. Just download the Acharya Prashant app, and there you go to the community section, and you have live testimonials streaming in at the rate of 1 every 5 minutes. I'm seeing lives change in thousands, if not millions, every day in front of my own eyes. We are doing it. Right. We have actually done it.
Join the community of more than 2 lakh participants on the Acharya Prashant app. Your first month is completely free. You'll get full access to Gita Mission. On the app, you will get regular live sessions, daily exclusive conversations with Acharya Prashant, access to the vibrant Gita community, wisdom exams, curated news, audiobooks, quotes, and much more. Search Acharya Prashant on Google Play Store or Apple App Store and download now.
Hi, my name is Ankit and I am a tech professional here in Bangalore. I work at LinkedIn. Been listening to Acharya Ji for 2+ years, but initial journey was around YouTube. Like I was listening a lot on YouTube, and on YouTube when we listen to Acharya Ji, a lot of mistake that I did and a lot of us do is that we think that he's some kind of a life coach, solving problems of our life and all of that. But shift to Gita Satras was the major turning point for me, because that's where I understood where this learning is coming from, and there is a hard base of Bhagavad Gita and Advaita Vedanta philosophy from which all the teachings and learnings are emerging, and that has been a life-changing force for me. So my life was full of stress, unorganized behavior. A lot of it is still there, but a lot of it has changed, and it's changing on a day-to-day basis. When I observe my life, there is massive changes happening. I somehow feel a lot of like spurts of happiness for no reason, and a lot of pressure as well, like to do better and better and better, which I had forgotten, which I had left after my school days and college days. That okay, now the learning part stops. Now is the time to kind of live life and have that Bangalore kind of vibe, like partying and outing and malls and shoppings and all of that. That's there, but now you see that where it's coming from, what is the root of it, what is the source of it, and how that is something which does not fulfill us, and what fulfills us is something totally different. That understanding has started to come, because of which a lot of things have started dropping off, a lot of things are dropping off, and it's a process. It takes some time, because as I said, my life was very messed up and disorganized, but joining Gita Satras is changing it like phenomenally, and I hope to continue on this path for a much longer time and become like a completely transformed person. All thanks to Acharya Ji, and I can't thank him enough in words, and especially the Gita sessions that happen in the evenings. Yeah.